Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Automation Hub Sarthak, and in continuation with Python automation in English, let's see what we have in store for today. So I have already finished 4 videos, and the last video was video number 4, typecasting in Python. So today we will learn about operators and operators precedence in Python. See, I will not give you spoon feeding in this. Most of the things are there in various other programming languages. I will tell you what is different. So I'll explain everything, but I'll tell you what is different. If I keep coding each and every operator, then this small video will become an hour video. So let's go ahead. New Python file for underscore operators. So first we'll learn what are the different operators, and then we will learn. So the various different operators in Python. First is arithmetic, second is assignment, third is comparison, fourth is logical, fifth is identity, next is membership, and finally we have bitwise. Okay, how much is used in automation, it doesn't matter because you might have to use few of them. But see, arithmetic operators, everybody knows. Subtraction, addition, all these things we know. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, your division, okay, modulus, all these things you have learned. So what are different in arithmetic operators which we have not encountered in other programming languages? That is something which we will do. We have encountered exponentiation too, but here the way of representing exponentiation is different. So I'll write here exponentiation. This one is different, and one more is floor division. This is little different from division. So these are the two things that I'll explain more. Similarly, assignment operators, typically you also have the same thing. You have your equal to, then you have your plus equals to, okay, and then you have your minus equals to, minus equals to, then you have your multiply equals to, then you have your division equals to. So see, all these basic stuff which we learnt we already have. Then we have your modulus equals to, okay, then we have your floor division equals to, this is special in Python, and then we have your exponentiation equals to, this is the way exponentiation is represented, which we will learn in detail. So then you have your ampersand equals to, okay, then we have your pipe equals to, okay, then we have your this one, okay, greater than equals to, less than equals to, and there is one more thing which is known as, if you print something like this, okay, so let's say you type this is like print this A or B or C, this symbol 3, that means you are saying that A or B or C is equal to 3. So these are different kinds of assignment operators. Comparison operators, let's go ahead and see what we have. So I'll remove this, otherwise you will get confused. Comparison operators, you have your equals to, okay, then you have not equals to, the same as in Java, and then what do you have? You have greater than, then you have less than, then you have greater than equals to, then you have less than equals to. Simple, this is exactly the same in Java, so you can go ahead and do that. Now logical operators are 3 and, or, not. So these are the 3 logical operators in Python, okay. Now identity operators is not. So if it will, this is will return true if both the variables are the same object, and this will return true if both the variables are not the same object, okay. Now membership operators, this is not noi, sorry. Now membership operators in, not in. So in returns true if a sequence with the specified value is present in the object, and not in returns true if a sequence with this specified value is not present in the object. Okay, so like A is in Y, true, B is not in Y. If it is true, then if it is not present, then it is true. Okay, now bitwise operators, you have your ampersand, which is your AND operator. Okay, so this is your AND, this one is your OR, this one is your XOR, this one is your NOT. Okay, so there is one thing which is this symbol is known as zero fill left shift. Okay, and then this one which is shift, signed right shift. So you literally shift right by pushing some copies of the leftmost bit in from the left. You don't need to know everything in depth, but we will just see what is important in terms of for our automation purpose, so that we at least understand what we have to do. See, the plus, minus, multiplication, division, all these things you know. Modulus also you know. Modulus is the remainder part, which is represented by a percentage kind of a symbol. And exponentiation is something which I would like to explain in depth. So let's understand exponentiation in arithmetic operators. So let's say A equals to 10, B equals to 3. Okay, so if I write print A exponentiation of B, so what will happen here? Exponentiation is nothing but to the power of, that means 10 to the power 3, which will be 1000. Exponentiation is nothing but to the power of, and it is represented by 2 star symbols. Okay, if you want to do print B exponentiation A, that means B to the power A, that means 3 to the power 10. This is the value. See, this is exponentiation. Okay, now the next one which is important is floor division. So now what is floor division? See, if I do here print A divided by B, what will be the output? 3.333. That means 10 divided by 3. Simple, right? This is simple division, isn't it? This is simple division. No problem. 10 divided by 3 is 3.33. Correct. Now, floor division, what it basically does is, if you do something like A floor division B, then it will remove the 0.33 aspect of it. It will remove what happens after the decimal. It will only print 3. That is what floor division is. Okay, so it removes anything after the decimal. This is floor division represented by 2 forward slashes. It will digits after decimal. Okay, so if you go right, yeah. So this is floor division. So these are the two things which are required for your arithmetic operators. Assignment operators are mostly, you can do whatever you want to do. Let's say I'll write here print. So A equals to 10, B equals to 3. If I write here A plus equals to B, print A. So what does this mean? This means A is equals to A plus B, right? So if A is equals to A plus B, what is A plus B? 13. So here A will be, answer will be 13. My bad. See? Similarly, you try for all the other things. Okay? Now coming to this part. Okay, so here if you write print A equals to 5. Okay, it will print 5. So this means you are allocating A to 5. So now the question is, if I do A plus 10 now, will the answer, the question is, will the answer be 15? I mean 5 plus 10, or will it still be 10 plus 10, 20? That is a good question, right? Will it be 15 or 20? So once it is allocated to, once this symbol is done, has A value permanently changed to this value, or it still goes back to the value which is written in row number 13? Let's find out. 15. Okay, so now the value of A has changed. If you write this, that means the value of A will change. Okay, so this is all about your arithmetic operators, assignment operators. I've just explained one of them, you can try the others. So this one is new one, which is not there in any other programming language. So once you declare a variable A as value 10 and then you do this, so that means it has superseded. Okay, so if you write print A into B, so now it will be 5 into 3, 15. Again, it will not be 10 into 3, 30. It will be 5 into 3, 15, because here the value of A has changed. The assignment here has made the value of A from 10 to 5. So this symbol signifies the fact that now the value has moved to number 5 and 10 no longer exists in the memory location, at least from row number 25 and after. So hopefully this was interesting. Comparison operators, I mean equals to, not equals to, and all those things, you can do this. Print A equals to B. Obviously this will turn out to be false, correct? Now print A not equals to B. Obviously this one will turn out to be true because 5 is not equal to 3, correct? Now greater than, so print A greater than B. Obviously 5 is greater than 3, so this one will be true. Similarly print A less than B. Again 5 is not less than 3, so this one will turn out false, correct? So these basic things you can do. Greater than equal to, print A greater than equal to B. Sorry, I forgot. Right, run, which is true. Okay, now print A less than equals to B. If you do this, right click, run, obviously false. 5 is not less than equals to 3. Just a second guys, I have a meeting to attend, I'll get back. Okay, the meeting has been cancelled, so that's good news. So guys, these are nothing but your comparison operators. Logical operators is also, it consists of and, or not. So you have to use those things. Okay, so this one was part of your sorry, my bad, comparison kind of a thing. Now we will do logical. I need to give some space. Okay, so logical, there are 3: and, or, not. I've already explained these 3: and, or, not. Okay, so now we know that A is equals to 5 and B equals to 3. Okay, so if you do something like print A is greater than B and B is less than A. So this is true, right? 5 is greater than 3, correct? 3 is less than 5, correct? So here both the statements are true. Hence, answer is true. You will see that. True. Because both the statements are true, right? So, AND operator suggests, see, it is same in Java. Both have to be true. If either of them will be false, then it will be false. Okay, now if I do print A less than B, this one is false, or B less than A. Here 1 is true, 1 is false. See, 5 is less than 3, this part is false, or 3 is less than 5, this part is true. 1 is true, 1 is false. That means it will still be true. True plus true or false is true. Okay, so this is OR operator. Now you can do NOT. So print NOT, let's say A less than B. So A is less than B is false, because 5 is not less than 3. False, not is true. Okay, so see, these are basic things that you have learned, so you can apply those things. Now identity operators. Okay, now print A is B. Now is it true? No, 5 is not 3. It's not going to work. Okay, print A is not B. This is true because 5 is not true. 5 is not 3. So this is correct. So this is identity operators. Okay, now let's go for the membership. Now if membership operators are used to test only and only if a sequence is present in an object. We don't have a particular sequence, so we have to create some kind of a list, and then only we can explain this. If it's okay, so this one, membership operators, you take it as a homework, because this one I don't want to create a sequence right now. I mean, this is not very important in terms of automation programming, but if you want to use this membership operator, you have to have a sequence. So that sequence I have to create some kind of a list. So I'll skip this. So you can try this by creating a sequence, and bitwise operators, it's not important. You don't have to go through each and every bit of it. So I think this much is good enough for you to learn automation. Now the only thing, so you can take this one and your bitwise operators as homework. If not, let me know. If I get comments, I'll find some example and I'll give. I don't have an example right now. So now let's see the operator. Now operator precedence. Which one will get executed first? In case there is something which will be required. See, the first one which will get the highest preference is this fellow, parenthesis. So this one will get highest preferences. So whatever in parenthesis you keep, this one will get the highest preference. Whatever, because if it is a bracket, the bracket will get executed first, right? Next one is exponentiation. This is the next thing that needs to, and then you have the unary plus, okay, unary minus, and the bitwise not. These are the next preference. Okay, then you have the multiplication, you have the division, then you have the floor division, and then you have the percentage. Oh, this one is floor division. And finally, after this, you have the addition and the subtraction. Okay, and then you have the bitwise left and your bitwise right shifts. Okay, and then you have the bitwise and then you have the bitwise XOR, and then you have the bitwise OR. Okay, and then you have all the comparison operators, comparison identity, and after that you have the comparison identity and membership operators. So this is how it will work, and then finally you will close it with logical NOT and finally OR. So this is the operator precedence. You can take an example and you can do it. I don't want to do it. It's too much unnecessary. It's not required. So eventually when you start coding, you will get to know by default this is how it will act. So take a big number, take a big equation and do the solving, but it will take a lot of time to do it. I don't want to do it. It's unnecessary. It's not required that much. Just need to know the sequence. In case you need to have a reference, just take a screenshot of whatever I've said and you can use it. It will obviously work. I just don't want to create a huge equation and do all those things. It will be too much. Okay, if you want, you can practice. If not, let me know. I'll create a separate video in which I have to create a huge equation and then I have to tell you what ends up first, what ends up second, and then applying all the operators over there. That will be a huge thing. So it is better you can just see the operator precedence that I've said, and you can see, you can create A equals to, and then you can write a big equation there, and then B equals to, write a big equation, or just write A equals to 1, B equals to 2, C equals to 3, D equals to 4, E equals to 5, F equals to 6, something like this, up to 10 digits, and then you start writing the equations. So let's say X equals to, put whatever parenthesis you want to put. For example, this A equals to, okay, I'll write again A equals to 1, B equals to 2, C equals to 3, D equals to 4, E equals to 5, F equals to 6, G equals to 7, H equals to 8, I equals to 9, J equals to 10. You can do something like this. Then you can write X equals to, you can write here I plus J. Okay, so this is taken into consideration. Then you can write exponentiation bracket B plus A. Okay, and then you start playing around all those things that you want to use, and then finally after you have prepared the equation, you just print X. So technically speaking, I plus J is what? 9 plus 10, 19. B plus A is what? So if you do it manually, we'll do the math here. I plus J, because parenthesis comes first as precedence, so I have written a small equation I plus J. 9 plus 10, 19. So this will be 19 exponentiation B plus A. B plus A is what? 2 plus 1, 3. 3. So 19 to the power 3, which I do not know that math. 19 into 19 into 19. So whatever that will be, 19 into 19 into 19. So some value, it will be printed 6859. Simple. So all these precedents will work. If you want to apply those precedences, you can create your multiple equations and play around. Choice is yours. Hopefully you liked this video. Hopefully it was informative. I'm sorry I did not go into depth of addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, because I think you guys are smart enough to know that all these things you can do by yourself. I don't have to explain each and everything. Thank you so much. Sarthak here, signing off.